Hello and welcome to this PowerPoint all about inverted commas and how to use them. What are inverted commas? Inverted commas are punctuation marks used to show when someone is speaking. They are also called speech marks or quotation marks. They look like this on the PowerPoint or this. Here is an example. Hello, said Tom. As you can see, open speech marks with a capital letter for hello, an exclamation mark, close speech marks, said Tom, full stop. When do we use inverted commas? We use them to show the exact words someone says. They go before and after the spoken words. Here is an example. I love ice cream, said Sarah. What skill is expected at the end of each year group? This summary table shows the skill set of what the national curriculum expects for each child by the end of each year group. In Year 3, children are introduced to inverted commas. In Year 4, the main focus is to correct punctuation and use speaker lines. Year 5, children are expected to place reporting clauses in different positions. And finally, in Year 6, children should combine all of the above while using inverted commas to develop character and story plots. Over the next few slides, I will be showing examples of each skill set for each year group. Year 3. Introduction to inverted commas. Children understand that inverted commas are used to show direct speech. In other words, what someone actually says. An example of this is as follows. I love ice cream, said Lily. Here, children must open and close inverted commas at the beginning and the end of what is being said. It is imperative that children always use a capital letter at the beginning of each section of speech, unless speech is continuing. As you can see, children will start to include commas to separate the spoken words from the rest of the sentence. Commas should always go before the closed inverted commas. Year 4. Punctuation and new speaker lines. Skill 1. As children move into Year 4, they will be expected to add other punctuation inside the inverted commas. This could be commas, exclamation marks, and quotation marks. The following example, can we go to the park, asked Sam, is a question, and so a question mark has been used at the end of the speech inside the inverted commas. The main skill here is to learn the correct placement of punctuation. In summary, a piece of punctuation must always be inserted before closed inverted commas, depending on how the speech ends. This could be commas, question marks, and exclamation marks. Skill 2. Are you coming to the park? Asked Mia. I can't today, replied Jack. I have to finish my homework. That's a shame, said Mia. Maybe tomorrow? As you can see, when a new speaker begins to speak, a new line is required. This is to help the reader not become confused with who is talking. Furthermore, breaking the dialogue into new lines helps the reader hear the conversation naturally, like they would in real life. Year 5. Sentence variety. Example 1 shows a reporting clause at the beginning. This is good for introducing a speaker before their words. Example 2 shows a reporting clause at the end. This is a natural and commonly used format. Example 3 shows a reporting clause in the middle. This is used for breaking up longer speech or adding variety. You will also see in this example that a capital letter is not used in the second section of the speech. Do you want to come with me? This is because it is a continuation of speech by Tom. Inverted commas are always used at the start and the end of spoken words to show when speech begins and ends. Year 6. Dialogue in narrative. Children are required to use speech to develop characters and move the story forward, punctuate complex dialogue correctly, and blend speech with narrative and with paragraph structure. Year 6 does come across as being quite complex, so I will break this down for you while referring to each section of the example. Lena hesitated at the doorway, biting her lip. Do you really think this is a good idea? She asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Jake didn't look back. It's the only chance we have, he muttered, tightening the straps on his backpack. If we don't try now, we'll lose everything. She stepped closer, her eyes narrowed. And what if we get caught? Jake turned to face her. Then at least we tried. I'm not going to stand here and watch it all fall apart. Lena nodded slowly, the fear in her eyes softening into determination. Okay, she said, let's do this. What is happening here? So, speech develops character. Examples of this are Lena is cautious but willing to follow, and Jake is brave and determined. As the story moves forward, this shows that they're about to take a risky action. Dialogue is punctuated correctly. Inverted commas, full stops, and question marks are used properly just before each section of speech ends. And speech is blended with action and description. We learn what characters are doing while they are speaking. Thank you for listening, and I hope you found this helpful.